Hey guys, so it's the 27th of January in 2024 and I'm in a city called Vienna, which is the capital city of Austria, and I've come down to check out this city because Vienna has been voted the most livable city in Europe for the 8th time again this year, according to The Economist in annual index. So I'm going to check out this town and I'm going to do you a guided tour and just show you around and tell you as much information as I can about Vienna, so you're prepared before you come here on holiday. So this city has a population of around 2 million people. The population of Austria is about 9 million people. So over 20% of the population live here in Vienna. This is the main street that goes right through the city centre, and it goes all the way up to St. Stephen's Cathedral, just right ahead in the centre. If I swing the camera around here and you go straight ahead down there, you get to the absolute city centre of downtown, which is called StadtPlatz. So when you're on the tram coming from your hotel, you get off at StadtPlatz. That's where you get off, and then you can start walking up this hill, and you've got all the bars and all the restaurants going up this hill here, and you just follow it down. You've got all the main shops, all the main high street shops up and down here as well. And this is like the downtown area of Vienna. So Austria is part of the European Union, and it's located right in the very center of Europe. It's surrounded by so many different countries. It's surrounded by Switzerland, Germany on the west side. To the east side, you've got countries like the Czech Republic, for example, and you've got Hungary. You've also got countries like Slovenia. It borders on many different countries. You've got Italy to the south side here of Austria. So it's in a really key position right in the center of Europe, and that's why the economy is so strong here in Vienna. So you can see there's like an outdoor cafe culture. You've got all these cafes up and down here, all the people enjoying their Saturday night. I thought I'd do this tour at night time as well, just to show you what the vibe's like at night time here in Vienna. So there's all these nice cute little cafes like the one here on the left side. I went there the other day. They do hot wine, they do hot orange wine, hot berry wine. I'll just show you outside. I'll get a little bit closer, but I was here the other day. I really enjoyed it. It was nice and cozy inside. Let me just show you the inside area. Here we go. So a beer on average is about €5.40 here in Vienna. So it's a similar price to what you pay in England, really. And the hot wine was €5.50. There's a lot of people out tonight because it's a Saturday night. Oh, here's the hot wine. So it's in the barrels. Similar what we have in Poland, where I live. I live in Poland right now, in Krakow. And we have this hot wine at the Christmas market. It's a really nice idea, but I do recommend you try a hot wine when you come here to Vienna. So there's lots of local restaurants here, as you can see on the left side, where you can try local food from Austria and food from Vienna. So the most famous food from Austria is the schnitzel. But also, I mean, you can get a pork schnitzel or you can get a veal schnitzel. There's two different types of schnitzels that you can try. But I recommend when you're here, you must try the goulash. They call it saft goulash here. That's what the locals call it. It's called saft goulash, and it's with very soft beef inside. It's different to Hungarian goulash because Hungarian goulash has peppers in and potatoes in. But the goulash here in Austria just has the onions in and the thick gravy sauce and very, very soft beef meat. In terms of desserts here in Austria, you want to be trying the apple strudel. The apple strudel is really, really delicious. They serve it with cream or custard. You can choose which one. And I've been paying about €7 for the apple strudel in most places I've been to here. I also recommend a local coffee here, an Austrian coffee called a melange. And if you try the melange coffee, it's really, really nice with extended water and hot milk inside. And that's the best coffee I've tried here. And you can get that coffee for about €5. But there's some other coffees here that are a bit more expensive, and they're €7 or €8. So I'd say in general, coffee is quite expensive here in Austria. But the great thing here in Austria is that you can get tap water for free. Every restaurant and every bar has to give you tap water for free. And they have the best water here in the whole world here in Austria. It comes down from the Alps and it just tastes delicious. It's the freshest water. It's been voted the cleanest water according to the annual index as well. And yeah, they have the best water here in Austria. So make sure you try the water when you're here as well. And there's no need to buy bottled water, expensive bottled water in the shops. You can just go and get yourself some tap water from any hotel or restaurant. So I'd recommend you try the Austrian beers. They're very similar to German beers. Very good quality beer here in Austria as well. So I do recommend you try the beer. The beer is good value for money. Like I say, it's about €5.40, maybe €6 for a pint of beer. But once you get onto the cocktails here, it can be quite expensive. You might pay 9 or 10 or 11 euros for a cocktail here. Some of the bars are quite expensive here, you know, for wine in compared to some other countries as well. There's a pizza one on the left side. I went to a pizza restaurant the other day and I had a pizza and it cost me about 17 euros. For a goulash here in the city centre, it costs about 21 or 22 euros in most of the places that I've been to so far. So the prices are more expensive than most other European cities that I visit normally. It's more expensive than Poland and the Czech Republic. Maybe a little bit more than what you pay in Berlin, in Germany, for example. So Austrian people here, they speak the German language. It's a German-speaking country, but everybody here speaks English as well. So don't worry, you won't have any language problems here at all. So this is the focal point of the city centre, and all the tourist attractions here are within 1 kilometre of St. Stephen's Cathedral. So straight ahead here, you can see St. Stephen's Cathedral. I'll just zoom in a minute. Here we go. And all the tourist attractions are very close to this cathedral. This is the city centre, downtown area. But when you're here, what I recommend you do is you must go and see the zoo, because the zoo is the oldest zoo in Europe here. So you must go and see the zoo when you're here in Vienna. There's over 700 different types of species to see, different animal species to see in the zoo. I also recommend you go and see the Butterfly Museum as well. The Butterfly Museum has been recommended to me by some locals, so go and see the Butterfly Museum. And obviously the thing that you're going to see when you're here in Vienna is all the palaces. So I recommend, for example, yesterday I went to the Belvedere Palace. It's really, really impressive with 800 years of artwork inside it. It's got an art gallery inside the Belvedere Palace. There's 2 palaces to see there at Belvedere, and just get the train down to Belvedere train stop and you can see the Belvedere Palace there as well. You also want to see the Hofburg, which is in the city centre. That's a wonderful palace from the Habsburg era, and it is really, really, really impressive. You can go inside it for about £17 as well. And to go inside the Belvedere, I went to go inside it, it was £15 to see all the artwork inside and everything. There's also the Schönbrunn Palace as well that you can go and see. That's a bit further outside the city, so you have to get a train down there. But I do recommend that you go and see it. And I believe it's from the 15th century, but it's a wonderful palace with all the gardens. You know, Austria has some of the most beautiful palaces in the whole world, and they're mostly Baroque style of architecture. So they look wonderful. I mean, the facades of the buildings here in the city centre are really, really impressive. And when you see the cathedral, it's perfect for taking photographs for your Instagram and your Facebook and that type of thing. They just look wonderful, these palaces there as well. So in general, if you want to save money here, then I would look at downloading a taxi application called Bolt Taxi, or download an application called Uber Taxi. And these are the cheapest taxi apps, because if you get a taxi to my hotel, for example, to the Nui Hotel, and I get the taxi on the street, it's 20 euros. But if I use the application Bolt Taxi, it's sometimes half that price, maybe 10 euros. So I'd use a Bolt Taxi or use an Uber Taxi. In terms of getting a cheap hotel, I recommend you use a hotel website called Hotels Combined. There's another hotel comparison website called Trivago, and there's another hotel website called Kayak. Kayak will compare prices of all the different hotel websites, and you'll save yourself a lot of money and get yourself a bargain. There's lots and lots of backpackers here around town as well, and travelers. All the hostels are down here, so you can stay cheaply if you share a room. This is on the Euro railing route, so that's why there's so many backpackers and travelers around here. But it's a really, really wonderful place for a holiday, and there's so many things to see and do here in Vienna. So guys, I'm getting really, really cold now, so I'm going to finish the guided tour. But thank you very much for watching my guided tour today. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Travel with Col, and that's Col with a C-O-L. Cheers guys, thank you, bye-bye.